Now down to changing widgets. If you've never changed them before, let's just go ahead to the front at the front of the website here just to show you where the widget area is. We have talked a lot about this already. If I go over to blog, you're going to see that this right hand side we have a sidebar, and we also have a section to add a widget which we added earlier here, which is add widget. Now to add widgets, you're simply going to come to the top. We're going to go over to customize again like we did in the last section of this course, and then once this is loaded up, we're going to go to widgets. You can see that we have the main sidebar there, so we're going to click on that, and it's going to display sort of depending on your theme in different ways, but usually it will show us blocks like this. As you can see here, we have our search, which is a block right here. We have recent posts, we have recent comments, and to get rid of these, click on the block itself, go on the three dots, and we're going to go to remove block. Let's just go ahead and let's remove all of these, and let's just start from afresh. I'm going to keep my search bar up there, because it's always handy to have a search bar on your website somewhere. This way people can filter through posts or they can search for stuff. As you can see, we've deleted everything, all we have is the search bar. Now, to add a new one, you can come to the plus up there, or you can come to the plus underneath, and you can just search for something else to add. If I go to browse all, you're going to see that you're going to get most of the selections, and you're just going to get a lot of widgets. You can download plugins that give you extra widgets also. So let's go for an example here. Let's see what to add. You might want to add your latest comments on here. If you do, just select the latest comments bit. You can see currently we don't have any comments to show. What you can do, of course, is just add another one, and we can go to heading. We can simply add the heading of latest comments. Let's just move that up a place, and if you didn't see that, if you want to move something up and down, and this works on pages and posts also, you come to the little up and down arrow here, so we can see we can move it up or down. Now we have latest comments right here, and then underneath the latest comments will show when we do have comments. You don't have to do anything manually, they'll come on there automatically. Now again, if you want to add anything else, we come to the plus section, and you can basically work your way down the list adding whatever you want. Now this could be anything from sign in. If you've got a forum, you might want your sign in section to be there so people can see it and access it quickly. You might want to make categories. And so you can add your categories on the right hand side, meaning that they can filter through their categories. Of course, at the moment, we only have one post in the other category. When you have posts, they will show up on here. So let's say we have 10 different categories with all posts throughout them. All of them categories will show up here on the right hand side. We can click them and it will take us to that category with all the posts within it. Now again, to make a heading, if it doesn't give you the option, we can simply make a heading ourselves. So let's just move it up. And as you can see, now we have latest comments. Underneath that, it will show the latest comments. Underneath, we've got categories, and then it will show the categories underneath that. Basically, creating it as you're working your way down the page, just like you do with pages and posts. Now, as you saw with the footer, we added a widget area here as well. So let's just go ahead and add something to this section. So I'm going to click my widget section. We're going to go to plus, and let's add a image. So we can add an image right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that image to that widget area. Now let's just go ahead and publish, and if we come off here, we should now see that our footer has a nice little image as well. Of course, this probably won't look too great because I haven't lined anything up, but as you can see, we now have a footer. We have the information as well that we put on there, so you can change that accordingly. Other things that you can add into your widget section as well is menus. So if we come onto here, we do a plus and we search for menu, you're going to see that we get a navigation menu or a page list. So let's just go for navigation menu, and you can title it something. So let's just put menu, for instance, just for a test, and then you can select the menu that you want. Now, of course, you can have menu 1, which is the main menu, which we done on the top of the page, or you can create other sub menus that don't show up on the top, but you can use for these purposes. So for instance, if we have a second menu, we can go menu 2, and then that will then appear on the right hand side. Of course, if we choose menu 1, we'll get a different selection because menu 1's all the selections that we have in the top menu. So let's just keep this as menu 2 at the moment, and this is how you can create custom navigation ways around your page, basically. To make a manual way of doing links, if we come down to plus here, let's just add in a paragraph, for instance, and let's start typing. So let's say menu page 1, and then click that there. So we've got menu page 1. However, let's say we want to make a manual link to somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on the left, we're going to highlight it, we're going to click our little link bar here, and this is how we can link anything or hyperlink it. So let's say, for instance, I wanted it to link to this page right here. So I'm going to come to the page, I'm going to copy the URL, we're going to come back over here and then paste in the URL. So now when people click that particular or them particular 3 words that we highlighted, it will take them to that page. Now, depending, you might want to open it in a new tab. This means that it won't just keep on the same tab. It will open a separate tab for that page, meaning that they can keep on reading yours as well. Or if it's simply a navigation menu where they don't need the last page, I wouldn't tick this. However, as this is going to be an external page, let's tick that. So in case they are reading your article and you wanted more information, you can click on there and you can have 2 pages up, so one for the information on the right and of course the article that you're reading already. Now if we publish that, you can see that it's highlighted blue, meaning that if we click it, that is now a link that will take us somewhere else.